Hello guys, and welcome to week 4's log of all the trades we took in the past week. This week, unfortunately, we made a grand total of negative 1.5 R, which means this week was unprofitable. All right, it actually cost us 1.5 times our risk, which means, for me at least, I lost about $1,500 this week. But it's important to note that not every week is going to be profitable for you guys, right? If you're really professionally trading, right, you should not look at it day by day or week by week. You should look at it month by month or quarter by quarter, all right? There are going to be ups and downs, right? This is actually the first week in a while since I've had a down week where I have not made any money. But nevertheless, it's important to go over all of the trades we took this week, and it's important to learn from it, all right, and understand why these trades didn't work, or maybe just, you know, give an explanation to ourselves on why these trades didn't work, because not everything you can control, right, in each trade, right? Sometimes the market just takes a turn for the worst or something like that. So let's hop straight into the first trade of the week. The first trade we took this week was a 3-bar play, all right, run 37 by 36.50. Look at the 2-minute, right? Perfect example of a 3-bar play. First bar, super wide range, second bar within the top 50%, and then third bar just peekabooed us over and stopped us out immediately. Very unfortunate scenario, but it does happen. Remember, guys, if you take our course, you can see all of the factors that go into these trades, right? And I can't go over all of them here, but that topping tail is a very, very big indicator on why this trade did not work, which is why we only got stopped for 0.75 R, right? We correctly identified the topping tail, the pattern boosters, market direction, right? And we raised our stop loss, so we didn't stop out for a full R. We only stopped out for 0.75 of an R. Our next trade was FSLR 111 by 109, all right? And we actually got out of this for half of an R of gain of profit, all right? The reason we got out of this half of an R gain was probably because of the massive topping tail on the daily. You can see that FSLR, first of all, doesn't move a lot every day. And second of all, today it had a huge upward spike, right? Look at the 5-minute, look at the huge upward move, right? So we don't, we got out for half of an R of gain, not really much we could have done about it, right? The main thing I want you guys to realize on this trade is we're able to correctly predict what the stock is going to do before it happens, all right? Average trading ranges, always a big factor in what we're trading. And when we see a stock that, usually only does $3-5 and it's already done $3 a day, well, time to watch out, right? So we got out only for half of an R of profit, which is a shame, but it is what it is. Next trade we took was SQ 8250 by 83, all right? And I think we were playing this off of a 2-minute 3-bar play, all right? And you might be saying, hey, that is not an actual 3-bar play. Those of you that have taken the course might say, hey, that's not an actual 3-bar play. The second bar is not valid. And to that, I would say, yes, it is not valid, okay? I don't remember the specifics to this trade, but I assume, right, that we were anticipating the entry, right? Because usually 3-bar plays, breakouts, those types of patterns, right, have very, very tough entries, very hard pops, and you do not want to get missed, right, get skipped when it does pop. So usually if you go to our ways of getting filled section on our course, one of the strategies we use is we anticipate the entry, right? We put our entry a couple cents before, and as you can see on the 2-minute, right, this bottoming tail triggered us in and then immediately stopped us out because this was a short, right? But it is a shame, but there's nothing we really can do about it. The third trade we took got stopped out, DVN 5940 by 5910, all right? And we did get stopped out of this. Not really much we could have done, honestly. Look at this, look at it on 1 minute. It's beautiful, right? You're not going to see a better engulf unless it's a full 1 bar, right? But the fact that it put in a red bar, okay, and it just it completely engulfed it in 4 minutes, right? It says something about the stock, right? Obviously, I'm pretty sure the market took a turn for the worst, which is why it popped over this level of resistance and then fell back down. But really nothing we could have done. One thing I do want to point out is, what is this? What are these 4 bars? All right, for those that you have taken the course, right, this is what we call a weak uptrend. All right, so maybe we shouldn't have put that much faith in this stock, but eventually we did take a chance on this stock. It did pop over our entry, all right, and eventually it did stop us out, which is a shame. Next trade we took was Oxy, all right, and you might think to yourself, these DVN and Oxy look very similar, right? And that's because the last 3 trades, these 3 trades that we stopped out, was all taken on one day, right? And actually was all taken within the first like 30 minutes of the day, right? And if you guys watch the stream, you'll notice that that day was a very short stream, right? Because per my money management rules, I do not expose myself to more than 3 R's of risk on any given day, right? So if I'm down 3 R, that's it for me, right? The day ends right there, no matter how good of a pattern appears, right? If I'm down 3 R, then I do not take any more trades for the day. All right. The pattern was a breakout, right? A 1 minute breakout. The 2 minute breakout is at 62.50 as well. Okay. But we were taking it on the 1 minute breakout. And as you can see, it did break out, but right, it popped all the way up. Or the next compression phase was too close to the first compression phase, and you really can't predict stuff like that, right? So you can see a clear pop, right? A clear pop over 62.50, but unfortunately it did not hold 62.50, came back down and stopped us out. Next trade we took for the day, for the week, excuse me, because the last 3 trades was one day, is Dash 77 by 76, and we got out at break even, and it is a very big shame because you can see it's a really nice pop. Okay, it went all the way to a 1R, and then suddenly markets took the stock to the gutter, right? And you really can't predict anything about that, but it is what it is. We took a good pattern, good trade, okay, and I would take this again on any day. I'd take this again, right? Remember, let your plan do the work, okay? We don't really care about this specific trade or this specific day or even this specific week, right? As long as our plan is profitable, we will continue to make money. Next trade we took was AXP, 163 by 162, okay? And we got out of this trade at break even as well. It's not really much I can say about this trade, right? Really nice buy setup. I think we were in a bit late. Okay, ideally we would want to be in at 162.50 ideally, okay, but we got 50 cents. We were in 50 cents late, and we got tagged at break even, which means it did go 1R, right? The stock did go 1R. So if your trading plan says you take profits at 1R, this would have been a 1R gain for you guys. But unfortunately, my trading plan, or not unfortunately, my trading plan that suits my personality is 2R, all or nothing. And I raised my stop to break even at 1R. Next trade we took was Shopify, SHOP, 43.22 by 42.50, right? On a turnaround. Nothing really we could have done to predict this huge red bar after 2 strong solid green bars, but we did get out at break even, meaning it did hit 1R. All right, and that is that. Next trade we took was the first real full 2R winner of the day, and that would be 12.65 by 12.35. All right, really nice breakout on the 1 minute and the 2 minute. All right, multiple time frames aligning together. All right, pattern booster right there, guys, and it did eventually hit 2R, so good for us. Next trade we took, Uber, 32.80 by 32.40, 40-cent stop, and we got out for 0.75 of an R. All right, and the main reason we probably got out for 0.75 of an R because it was hitting resistance, right? So we chose to raise our stop to And I think I said this during the stream, I'm going to use a bouncing stop loss for this trade specifically, right? So we moved our stop loss up to around 33.12, and we only took 0.75R profit on this trade. There's nothing really wrong with this trade, okay? Obviously, Uber was choppy, right? You can see a bunch of bottoming and topping tails, a bunch of different colored bars, bear sandwiches, bull sandwiches everywhere. All right, very, very sloppy trade. I actually don't know if I would have taken this trade again if I ever do see something like this. But yeah, made us 0.75 of an R. Next trade we took was Starbucks, 87.86 by 87.52, and we did get stopped out of this thing. Do I regret this trade? Not really. I don't know. Markets were very choppy this week. Okay. I don't know if I have a picture of the SPY or the Q in this week's review, but you will see we did very, very tight ranges this week. A bunch of the days were inside days, which means the day that it put in was inside of the previous day's bar. All right, so very, very choppy, narrow range days, and you can see that by these stocks having massive topping and bottoming tails, right? I think what put the nail in the coffin was this huge topping tail, or this massive engulfing red bar on the 1 minute, right? And we did eventually get stopped on this on the breakout, but you know, it is what it is. Before here, right? Before, if we don't look past these bars over here, you can see there's a bunch of bottoming tails here, which gave us confidence, right, on this trade. Unfortunately, can't predict the stock market, so, you know, we did get stopped out of this. Next trade we took was CVNA, okay, 49.08 by 48.08, $1 stop, all right, and we did get out of this thing at break even, unfortunately. We did take this on a breakout, all right, on a 1 minute breakout. Okay, and unfortunately it only went 1R, did not retrace fully, and stopped us out back at our entry point, right? But it's a perfect pattern, right? I'd take this any day of the week, right? We see a bunch of lower highs and a bunch of lower lows, right? Get in at the first time that it breaks the previous high, golden, right? It just so happens that, you know, probably markets were choppy again and tagged us at break even. Next trade we took was TDOC, TDOC, 39.30 by 38.30, and we got out of this at break even as well. Okay, man, I don't know how many times I need to say this, but I guarantee you guys it was because of the market. A better entry, honestly, would be around like 39 or 38.50 on this buy setup. Okay, yeah, it's not a perfect buy setup, but it would have been a better trade. We would have hit 2R target. But we did not get in this trade until 39.30 on this next breakout over here. Okay, and really we can't really do anything about this. We did get out of this thing at break even, and yeah, which means it did go 1R, right? So you guys can really see, right, how trading plans affect your profits, right? Yeah. And that is all the trades we took this week. All right. Honestly, you know, a lot of other traders out there will not even show you their unprofitable weeks, right? But the fact of the matter is, trading is not a get rich quick, you know, business, right? You're going to have down days. You're going to have down weeks, right? This week, one day of this week, Tuesday, right? I was down 3R in 1 day. All right. That means I lost $3,000 for me, okay, in 1 day, in 15 minutes as well, right? So if you want to get into this business, you have to be, you know, you have to understand the business. And our course over at averagetrader.live will take you from 0 to hero in about like 5.5 hours, right? We have a textbook and a guide video that goes along with it, right? So if you're interested in that, check out our website. If you do want to see all of these trades live, all right, check out our website as well. I do stream all my trading every day live on our website. There you will see the ups and you will see the downs. All right. If you have any further questions or comments, feel free to join our Discord. We have a share sizing bot completely for free there. All right. We have a lot of good free resources there, as well as a bunch of professional traders that are doing this the right way to answer your questions. All right. Well, I hope you guys have a nice rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys next week for our next logging video. All right. Have a nice week, guys. Bye-bye.